What's going on, BeamerView fans? Today we're featuring the ALPINA XB7 2022. Again, guys, if you guys have never seen this vehicle, you don't want to miss this video. And today we're going to be asking the question, what is BMW Alpino? Before we get started, guys, definitely want you guys to check out this link right at the bottom of the video whenever you're done watching this film. BeamerView has its own Amazon store now, and we're featuring some really cool and performance parts and accessories such as license plate holders. You can also find some really important cords that might suit your BMW as well, such as USB-C. And check out all these other accessories that are featured in the store whenever you're done watching this video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, what is BMW Alpino? Well, BMW Alpina is basically the same thing, or quite similar to BMW M, but Alpina just kicks it up a notch, and not only do you get high performance, you also get high-end luxury as well too. Take for example BMW's lineup of 3 Series, 4 Series, 5 Series, the old 6 Series. All those vehicles have M division. They don't have Alpina just yet, but basically whenever you're dealing with a high-end BMW such as an X7 or a 7 Series, BMW would rather suit those vehicles to Alpina instead of M. Whenever you're catering to a customer who's going that top notch, they are more inclined to purchase something more on the luxury side compared to the performance side. And then, so that's why BMW X7s have a Alpina version, and the 7 Series also has a Alpina version as well too, called the B7. You might ask, what else makes the Alpina such a special vehicle? Well, whenever you have a BMW Alpina, it's basically no longer even called a BMW. Alpina has their own license to license their own vehicles as well. So instead of calling this vehicle a BMW, you would just it would just be known as a ALPINA XB7. Not only do you get some really cool luxury, but the ALPINA XB7 also comes with 20 spoke rims, which is a great thing. It has its own logo, which you see here on the steering wheel too. This logo dates back to almost even 1970s and 1980s, whenever the brand took off. And Alpinas, again, are not just known for their luxury. For example, this XB7, sorry I said BMW, this XB7 Alpina can also push over 600 horsepower. Yes, that is correct. This is faster than the X7 M50i, which is going to be your middle tier X7 series. The X7 Alpina is just that much more powerful compared to the M50i. And it also comes with all your luxury goodies such as glass controls, sky lounge on the sunroof, and so much more. Also, guys, one of the biggest things you'll know that this vehicle is a Alpina is the fact that it has a super high price tag. And what I mean by that is this is probably probably one or two of BMW's most expensive vehicles. I want to say that the most expensive one that I've came across so far was the M760i, which is the beefed up version of the 7 Series. And this ALPINA XB7 is going to come right around that as well too. The price tag for this specific XB7 is over $150,000, which is insane. Now, do I think that that's worth it for a vehicle like this? Well, after test driving this vehicle, I definitely want to say that the attention to detail, and most importantly the uniqueness, and let's not forget that this vehicle has 600 horsepower, or above 600 horsepower, about 610 to be more specific, which also means that its 0 to 60 time is under 4 seconds. Do I think that the $150,000 price tag is worth it for something like this? I definitely do think so. And aside from the numbers and all the brochure stuff you might read, the Alpina just has a phenomenal story behind it. And not only that too, it's pretty dang rare that you see another Alpina on the road. The Alpinas I've seen a ton around the store, but I've probably only seen it once or twice going down the highway. And not only that too, but the BMW store that I'm at, the number of Alpina XB7s that I've came across in the past year and a half or so was probably around 3. So that's how rare these vehicles are, and because of that, the price tag for them is definitely worth, or is definitely placed exactly where it should be. In terms of the interior versions of the Alpina, you're only going to see some minor additions to the vehicle's trim and some Alpino logos around the vehicle as well too. For the most part, Alpina vehicles are based on the same platform. For example, this XB7 is on the same platform as the X7. The only thing that's quite different whenever it goes into Alpina is that the updates are quad exhaust tips. You get a lot more chrome. And then the body kit around the vehicle is different. The rims are going to be your 20-spoke design. And as for the inside, as we're looking at the video here too, it looks just like a X7, which is also a great thing because the X7 itself too is perfectly designed as well too. The XB7 is going to have that more head-ended luxury to it as well. You might ask, well, if this is a luxury vehicle, how would the exhaust sound? Well, luckily for you guys, I did get some exhaust clips too, and I'm going to show that right now. So let's actually go into that. And what's really cool about the exhaust video that I did in this one, I'm actually going to show it to you guys in comfort and in sport as well too. So you guys will see the different types of sounds that this vehicle make going into the different modes. Here we go. And there you have it for the exhaust. So yeah guys, 600 horsepower for this XB7, and it's quite crazy. You would think that this is just like a big luxury hunk of a vehicle. Well, it's not the case. I mean, at the end of it, the bones of it is still a BMW. Not only do you get the Alpina luxury, but this thing will still hug the corners and feel like a bullet train going down the highway. So you'll definitely fall in love with it. You also with these features too inside the vehicle, you're also going to get some pretty high-end stuff. So the speakers are going to be Bowers & Wilkins. Again, this center console display screen on the instrument, you do see that is Alpina specific. And then if you didn't catch that, just rewind that a little bit. But basically, BMW Alpina colors are red, blue, and even some green, which I'm not sure if you saw this as well too, but the stitching along the steering wheel was actually green, and that was quite fantastic as well too. Another cool thing that I've seen before, but I'm not sure where the manual was within this vehicle, is that if you get an Alpina vehicle, the owner's manual, you would think that it's just like a black color, but the owner's manual too is actually green as well, and you get the nice Alpino logo right on that as well too. Cup holders, if you guys check this out, again, this is all high-end stuff. Even the cup holders are heated and cooled as well too. BMW Alpina, they come with these really cool glass controls. Again, you can get the glass controls in AX7 as well too, but you just got to get the executive package. Again guys, I really wanted to show you guys the steering wheel because it's absolutely amazing, but check out that green stitching on the steering wheel. When I was playing around with the vehicle, I could definitely feel the stitching, and I definitely saw it because it's green. Another cool thing on the steering wheel, or behind it I should say, is that this vehicle does come with paddle shifters, or I shouldn't say paddle shifters. The Alpina XB7 actually comes with how should I say this, with shifting buttons. Yeah, exactly. And what I mean by that is that behind the steering wheel, you would think that it would have the paddles, but it actually has buttons for upshifting and downshifting. So that's also a really cool note there as well too. For the sunroof, if you look at it just up there, it does have the panoramic sunroof for the first 2 rows of seats, and the 3rd row actually has its own sunroof as well too, that can open and close as well in terms of the shade, not the actual glass. If you guys got the Alpina, what color do you guys think that you would get? Me personally, the last 4 of my cars were all black, so if I got the Alpina XB7, it will look just like this. In terms of the rims, you can opt out for another set of rims. Believe it or not, these 20-spoke rims are actually the upgraded rims, but there's another set of Alpina rims that are very unique that you can get with this vehicle too. But my personal opinion, they don't look that as great as these. Coming to an end, guys, I gotta show you guys the engine. The engine is absolutely phenomenal and it's so cool. The Alpina engines are so cool. You can see the giant Alpina badge that's right there as well too, and it's rightfully so. The BMW X7 M50 is quite a fast X7 as well too. Well, the XB7 has 80 more horsepower compared to that one. And just look at this plastic. You can't see the actual engine, but it does have a V8 motor with twin turbo power, and you can definitely feel it. 600 horsepower, guys, and I'm not sure what the torque is just this minute, but I'm quite sure it's way up there as well too. That's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop that down. I know that I didn't cover everything, but whatever questions you guys did have, just throw that down below and I'll be sure to help you guys out. Definitely check out our store. The link is right down below. This is where you would click on it right now since the video is almost over, so don't forget it. Some pretty cool M accessories that you can find at the store, so definitely check that out. If you guys have a BMW or waiting for one to arrive, shoot down your questions, comments, and whatever down below, and I'll see you guys for the next one.